Academy, and also in foundation level first batch class. I'm facilitator of 4 batch class in Rehan School Online Academy. I'm 11 years old, living in Islamabad, Pakistan. So welcome to the Spotlight Show with Saba Freelancingwali. Today is 19 June 2025 and the day is Thursday. So the time is 10 p.m. and America there is 10 a.m. So today in our podcast guest name is Sir Gabe. Um, Sir Gabe. So let's talk with him and know about his life journey. Hello, sir. How are you? And good morning.
It's actually afternoon here. It's 1 o'clock in the afternoon here. I
Oh,
know it's I think 10 o'clock your time, but there's a 9 hour time difference. So it's just afternoon here. I'm doing excellent. I've actually just come from the gym. I did 2 hours in the gym, and then I rushed
okay.
over here so we would have time to do this today. Uh, it's a pleasure to do this. I'm glad we could finally do it. I know we've tried for a while to do it, and I was in Brazil and we were trying to connect. So I'm glad we finally did it. I'm looking forward to hearing your questions.
Okay, thank you, sir, for joining this interview with me in our podcast. So, can you please give a short introduction to my viewers so that they can know you better?
Yeah, sure, of course. So I don't know. Many of you probably know me. I've done so many interviews with the Rehan School, but my name
Yeah.
is Gabe. My name is Gabe. It's a nickname. That's what my friends call me. And on every interview, I ask everybody to do that. When I visit Pakistan and every country, I ask everybody to call me by my name. Again, it's just a nickname, and I appreciate it. If you can do it, it's fine. If you can't, that's okay. You can call me whatever you like. I don't mind at all. So I was a civil structural engineer at Kennedy Space Center for NASA for 17 years. As a civil structural engineer, many of you, as you get older, will study engineering. There's many types of engineers: civil, structural, mechanical, electrical. Each engineer has a different discipline where you do your most of your design. So for me, it was in roads and bridges and roofs and buildings, things like that. So I would basically do the same thing in Karachi or in Pakistan that I'm doing here. I say it's like being a nurse. If you're a nurse in Pakistan, you're a nurse in America, you do the same thing. But where you do it is what makes it so special. Being on Kennedy Space Center is a magical place. Everywhere you look, there's pictures of stars, there's pictures of satellites, there's pictures. Oh, your mind is going to these magical places. It's just so much fun everywhere you look. And then you see a big building and you see a ship put together, and the ship goes to a launch pad and it goes to these magical places. So your imagination becomes reality. It doesn't really matter what you do there. As long as you're there, to me, you're going to have a great time.
Okay, that's great. Your introduction is really awesome, and thank you so much for giving a great and for your introduction. So, my first question is that, where do you live?
So I'm living in a place called Cocoa, Florida, which is close to Cocoa Beach, Florida. Cocoa Beach is where the astronauts used to live and where they used to hang out. There used to be a big show about the astronauts called I Dream of Jeannie, and that was in Cocoa Beach. But Cocoa Beach is a really cool place. I love the beach. I love the hot weather. So I actually lived in Cocoa Beach for about 7 years. While I was living at Cocoa Beach, I kind of got interested in the space program. So it's about 1 hour from Orlando. Many people come to America. They come to Orlando to go to Disney World and SeaWorld and Epcot and all the really cool attractions. And Kennedy Space Center is not far from there as well. So I always encourage anybody, if you come to America, if you come to Florida, if you come to Orlando, please come to Kennedy Space Center. And if you come, if you get a hold of me, I will give you tickets so you can go to Kennedy Space Center. And after you go to the Space Center, I invite you to come to my house. We hang out and we have pizza. And I do this every time I can. I do it with anybody who comes. So that's an open invitation to anybody's listening. You know how to get a hold of me. If you're coming to Florida with your parents, let me know. I'll get you tickets to Kennedy Space Center.
Thank you, sir, for telling the answer of the question. And you went to moon.
No, I didn't go to the moon. I'm an engineer. So, as an engineer, I don't get to go to space and I don't get to build the spaceships. I would love to go. If somebody said, "Hey, Gabe, here's a ticket. You can go to the moon tomorrow," I'm ready to go. I would go to the moon tomorrow. It only takes 3 days
Okay.
to get to the moon. So, you can go, the moon takes you 3 days to get there. You can hang out a few days and you can come back. I think it would be an amazing experience.
Okay, that's awesome. So my next question is that what's your favorite food from your country?
So, I've been to 18 countries speaking at schools, and people don't understand. For me, I really don't like to eat. I've never liked to eat in my life. So, as far as a favorite food, I really don't have a favorite food. But every country I go to, every city I go to, everyone I meet has a favorite food. And they always want me to try their favorite food because they love it. It makes them feel good. They want me to try it and have the same feeling they have. But for me, I really don't like to eat. But anybody who asks me to try their favorite food, I always tell them it's the best thing I ever had. It's
Hmm.
excellent. If they're kind enough from offer it to me to make me feel good, I'm going to make sure I repay them. But if I had to pick one thing, I'd probably pick chocolate.
Okay, that's great. So amazing. So how many countries you have visited?
So, as a speaker, I visited 18 countries as a speaker. Pakistan was my 18th country, and I've been to Pakistan now 3 times, and I've totally, totally enjoyed it. I think with Pakistan more than any other country, the expectations I had in Pakistan were extremely negative, really, really poor. It's really sad the way the world sees Pakistan, especially the West. We've been taught that Pakistan is a terrible place, that Pakistan is only filled with terrorists and suicide bombers, and if you go there as a Westerner, you could get kidnapped or shot. We have all these negative things about Pakistan, and that's all we've ever been told. I had the opportunity to go to Pakistan on Future Fest, and I got involved with Future Fest through a very smart woman who contacted me and asked me to go. And my first reaction was, well, why would I go to Pakistan? There's nothing positive in Pakistan. But in speaking with her, her name is Hasfa, and Hasfa was really, really interesting. And she would talk to me about what's available. She sent me videos of the venues and pictures of Lahore and all of the beautiful countryside. And I started looking at Pakistan a different way. And I said, okay, I'm going to go to Pakistan. I'm going to see what's there. And I found Pakistan to be fascinating. The people like you are so kind, so giving, so caring, so friendly. I went to some really poor places in Pakistan, and people always said, have some tea, have something to eat. Even if they had nothing, they were willing to share with you. People are extremely kind. And the country is very, very modern in many ways. Universities are fantastic. The whole country to me is amazing. And people are very, very smart. I always thought of India, people in India and in Asia in general are really smart. And so, but I never had any idea about Pakistan. And what I found with Pakistan, Pakistan and India to me are the same people, extremely kind, extremely smart, just fun to be around. And so I talk about Pakistan in the most positive way every chance I can, and I'm really looking forward to coming back.
Okay, that's great. That's really amazing that you tell that you love Pakistan. I also live in Pakistan. I'm Urdu speaking.
Where are you? You're in Pakistan, right?
Yes, I'm also in Pakistan.
Yeah. So
Okay.
I'm hoping to come back in October. I think I'm not sure, but that's my goal right now.
Okay, that's great. So, what are you doing now? Any job you are doing in NASA or something else?
No, so 10 years ago, I quit my job at NASA. I had a really good job at NASA,
Hmm.
but I was doing a lot of international speaking, and there weren't enough hours in a day to do international speaking and to have a regular full time job. So I never had charged any money. I had always done everything for free. And I didn't want to, I wanted to quit my job and I wanted to do the stuff speaking, but I didn't want to charge any money. So I had to step back and look, okay, how much do I have saved? How much does it cost me to do this? Can I afford to do it without asking for any money from schools or for any money from anybody? I just want to do it for the joy of doing it. And I kind of looked at everything. I said, okay, I've been pretty smart financially. If I really be careful with what I have saved and manage it correctly, I can go ahead and become a full time speaker and not charge any money. So that was 10 years ago. So I'm still doing it after 10 years and it's great. So right now my interface with NASA is still every time there's a launch or anytime we have something really special at NASA, I'm a volunteer. I stay out there as a volunteer. So normally you have people coming from all over the world. So when these people come from all over the world for launch, they can't just wander around the Space Center. So they have people who have to escort or answer questions or guide them. So that's what I do in my spare time when I have a chance. I go out to the Space Center, I watch the launches. Sometimes I do a live. I've done a live on Instagram from the Space Center for a launch, and I share it with everybody and all my friends. So that's kind of what I'm doing there right now. I'm just come back from Brazil. I was in Brazil for 30 days, and it was absolutely amazing in every way. So when you're gone from home for 30 days, a lot of things build up. I have a house, I have a shop where I race cars, I have many things that I normally keep up on a day-to-day basis. Well, when you're gone for 30 days, you don't get to do any of that. So when you come back, people say, "Oh, you can come back, you can rest, and you can relax." So you don't understand. When I come back, I got 30 days of things waiting for me to do. So I've been back about 2.5 weeks, and I'm trying to get through the things that have been waiting for me. But it's all fun. I enjoy it all. I enjoy everything I do, and I love living in Florida, where the sun is shining and it's warm, and I can be outside most of the time.
Okay, that's amazing, and that's really awesome that you tell us to my viewers and also to me. So, like, what's the weather there in your country? Cold or warm?
So this is summertime for us. So it's
Hmm.
just like 32 or 33 most days. At nighttime, it still stays up to 25 or so. So it's pretty warm year round this time of the year. From about May until October is summertime for us, when we can go to the beach every day. We can be outside in the sunshine every day. It's just beautiful. The sky is usually clear and it's blue, and if you go to the beach, the water is really, it's almost like a bluish green, and it's really really fun to go. So this is my favorite time of the year to be here because I really like the hot weather. Many people complain it's too hot, it's too
Hmm.
humid, but I like it. I When I was in Karachi last time, I think it was like 35 or 40 while I was there. So it was pretty toasty when I was there. But everybody was complaining, but I kind of adjusted to it pretty well. I had a
So
great.
you like summer?
Yes, I like the summer. But I also go to Norway. So I go to Norway and Denmark in November, December, when it's maybe minus 20 and snowing. And I have a great time there. So I never let the weather affect what I do or how I feel. I adjust to the weather. The weather's going to be the weather. Hot or cold doesn't make any difference. The challenge to myself is to enjoy it all.
Hmm, that's great. So, what holidays do you make in your country? Celebrate.
So we have many holidays. It's really interesting, I believe, and I do a newsletter that I send to schools, and I always say in the newsletter, I think all countries should celebrate all holidays, all of our own holidays, as well as the other holidays. So, like if you have Eid or you have a holiday, a Muslim type of holiday, we should celebrate it. We have Easter. You should celebrate it. We should all celebrate each other's holidays. And so, I did something really interesting for Easter. So Easter for is a big Christian holiday, and I thought, I wonder, this was in April, and I thought, oh, I wonder what countries around the world, what other countries celebrate a holiday in April. I know it's not called Easter, but do they celebrate something in the same month? So I started looking at all the other countries, and I found about 6 countries that celebrate a holiday in April. And when I looked up at that holiday, I was really amazed. The things they celebrate with that holiday, being kind to others, being happy, being positive, we all celebrate the same thing. We call it something different, but it's amazing how much we are alike. As people, we are exactly like. You're an 11-year-old girl in Pakistan. If there's an 11-year-old girl in Norway, an 11-year-old girl in America, you're all the same. You have the same thoughts. You're growing up. You're trying to find your way in life. It's amazing how much we are alike. We are so much alike. We're identical. We're not similar. We're identical. So I looked at all these holidays and I thought, wow, isn't that amazing? We really all celebrate the same thing. We just call it something different. So for us in America, our big holiday, the next big holiday is July 4th. That's when we have our Independence Day. That's when America became America as an independent country. So it's one of the biggest holidays we have all year, if not the biggest. I think probably our biggest holiday, our biggest national holiday that everybody celebrates, July 4th, and that's coming up soon.
Okay, that's awesome answer from yourself. So, my next question is that if I visit your country for one day, so what would I see first?
Whatever you would like to see. You would have to say what would be if you came to America, what would you like to see? To me, it depends. You can see beaches, but you can see beaches
I
in
also like
Pakistan.
beaches.
Yeah, I actually went to the beach in Pakistan. It was really interesting. It was a black beach. The sand was black, and the water was very, very warm. I did that on my last trip to Pakistan. But I would suggest to you to try to find something to see in America that you don't see in Pakistan. Uh, you know, Almost anything. You can go to Disney World, you can go to SeaWorld. All of these things are great, and they're a lot of fun. And they may be a little different, but I think Pakistan probably has something similar to that. But you could go to the Space Center, you could see a launch,
Mhm.
but you could go to India and see a launch. So there's
Yeah.
there's lots of different things. So to me, I would suggest whatever you think is the most fun thing to do, that's what you should do.
Okay, thanks for telling. Okay, so yeah, my next question is that can you please, what's inspired you to do the work you are doing today?
Well, it actually happened totally by accident. If somebody would have said to me, "You're going to be a speaker. You're going to travel around the world speaking at schools," I said, "There's no way. I'm not going to do that. I have no idea to do that. I have no way to do it. I have no desire to do it. I'm never going to do that." If someone said, "Well, here's $1 million. Go do it," I'd say, "Keep it. I don't want to do it." So it really happened totally by accident. I was in Africa, and I was in Africa visiting some schools, just speaking with some kids, and very small, informal 10 or 20 kids, just talking with them about the space program. And the American embassy said, "Hey, we have somebody from NASA. We want to have them give them a talk." So I didn't have a chance to say no. If they would have asked me, "Do you want to do it?" I would have said, "No, I don't have time." I would have found an excuse, but I didn't have time for finding an excuse. So all of a sudden, I found myself going to speak with 400 high school students in Africa. Totally had no idea what I was going to do. I walked out and there was 400 high school kids looking at me, and I'm looking at them, and I just started talking about what I do at the Space Center and how much fun it is and what it's like to see launches and what it's like to be there every day. And it was everyone loved it. It was so much fun, and I had so much fun doing it. So I said, okay, this is something I can do. I can go to schools. I can talk to kids. I had been sending a newsletter to kids in schools, and I thought, I always wondered, I send this newsletter. Would it be fun to go to schools and meet the kids who are getting the letter? But I never had a way to do it. And after I did that, I said, okay, I can do this. I can visit schools. So it just stemmed from there. It just got bigger and bigger and bigger. And first, it was only in America. First, it was only about the space program, and then it came international. And then I added a lot of motivational stuff to it, do as I do now. So it really grew and grew, but it was totally by accident. I had never ever planned. This is something I would like to do.
Okay, that's nice and awesome. So, can you tell me that uh, how can you spend your free time, or how can you spend your free time?
So free time, that's kind of an interesting thing. So I don't know that I ever have free time. All of the time I have, I do what I want to do when I want to do it. But I'm usually pretty filled up with things to do. There's never a time when I'm sitting around thinking, "Oh, I wonder what I'll do next." I really don't have anything to do. It's usually, I've got 20 things. I'm trying to do them all at once, and you can't do that. So free time to me, all of my time I look at as free time in the way that I can enjoy it. So it doesn't matter to me what I do. It only matters I enjoy what I do. Anybody can do something. You can sit here and do this interview with me and you can enjoy it, or you can just do it because you want to do it and you have to do it to get it done, or you can have fun. So the challenge to me is always trying to enjoy everything I do and have fun with everything I do. When I came back from Pakistan a couple of years ago, because of flight connections and other variables, it was going to take me 50 hours to come back from Pakistan to Florida. So when I left, I thought, wow, 50 hours. That's 2 nights with no sleep. Who knows where I'm going to eat? Who knows where I'm going to sit? It's going to be crazy 50 hours. But I'm not going to do 50 hours. I'm just going to do 5 minutes. I'm going to take 5 minutes at a time. I don't care what I am. I don't care what I'm doing. I'm just going to have fun. And I did that for the whole 50 hours, 5 minutes of at a time. And I had a blast. I had so much fun when I got back. The time went really fast. I didn't concern myself with lack of sleep or anything like that. So to me, free time is always fun time. And all of my time is fun time. That's the challenge to myself. Can I enjoy everything I do? And the same with this interview. I get to do a lot of these interviews, and they're very important to me. I'm going to do the best I can to answer your questions, to help you achieve whatever goal it is you want to do this, and to have fun together doing this.
Okay, that's amazing, and that's really interesting that you tell about us when you're in your free time what you do. So, can you tell me that how many interviews you have given and taken? In like, I just take your interview, and all people all people are taking your interviews. So, how did you started that?
So I actually started it about 3 years ago when a friend of mine, she was doing interviews with kids like you with Rehan School, and she asked me would I be willing to do an interview with kids like you, and I said of course, I don't mind doing it. So I started doing interviews with you and students like you, and it was fun, and I was doing it. And then I was supposed to go to Future Fest, and my flight got canceled, and I didn't go to Future Fest. But I was still talking with friends in Pakistan, and I had a trip scheduled to Sri Lanka and India. So I said, okay, I called my friends in Pakistan. Look, I'm going to be in Sri Lanka and I'm going to be in India. I want to come to Pakistan at the same time. How can we do this? They said, oh, it would be great. You know, you can come to Lahore, you can come here and there. But I said, I want to go to Karachi because I'm speaking with kids at Karachi and I want to meet them. So we managed to have a couple of extra days. And so I was able to come to Karachi and meet the students there. But I was only there like 1 or 2 days and I really didn't get to do much with the students. It was more doing other things. And so when I said, okay, I want to come back to Karachi, but I want to come back to Karachi to speak with students. I don't care what I do. I want to speak with students 2 or 3 times a day. So I did that, and it was great. And I've had amazing time in Pakistan.
Okay, that's great. So, can you tell me that what are your future goals and dreams?
My dream, my future goal and dream is the same. I want you to have a way of looking at things differently than you do right now. After we get done speaking with, hopefully, you're going to do the same thing the same way, but I want you to learn to think about it differently. I want you to understand you always have a choice in your life. You're always told about work hard, stress and pressure. I want to say to you, you can never work, nothing will ever be hard. You can have a life with no stress, no pressure, and be very successful if you just remember three things: do your best, enjoy what you do, believe in yourself. If you learn those three things, you will never work. Nothing will ever be hard. You'll never have stress. You'll never have pressure. You're going to do the same thing the same way. I just want you to learn to think about it differently. Enjoy everything you do. This is pretty easy. Enjoy everything you do. You always can find positives in everything. With this talk we're doing now, you can enjoy it or not. Either way, you're going to do it. It's how you choose to see it. So find good in everything you do. That's the most important thing. Do your best. Challenge yourself always. It doesn't matter what it is. How well can I do it? As you progress through your life, there's going to be instances. You never know when, you never know how. It may be a talk you have to give, it may be something you have to do. You have to do your best in order to be successful and move forward. If you practice doing your best all of the time, when that instance is had, you're going to do your best. You're going to be very successful. It's so important. Learn to do your best and then always accept the consequences. If you've done your best and it isn't what you want, don't get upset, don't get disappointed. Feel good about your effort. You never fail. Every time we do something, we learn. So when you learn, you'll take that knowledge forward. You do your best again, you'll be successful. And the most important thing, believe in yourself. Very few people believe in themselves. It doesn't matter how much money they have, it doesn't how much successful they are. They don't believe in themselves. That's why they have stress. That's why they have pressure. Well, how do you get that belief in yourself? Most things start with a thought or a dream. You take that dream and you write it down. You say, this is my goal. And you ask yourself, what steps do I take to achieve it? I'm here. I want to go there. How do I get there? You have to plan the steps. Plan very small steps. Don't be in a hurry. Every time you complete a step, it will give you confidence, help you develop that belief in yourself. The smaller the step, the easier it is. So you take small steps and you build and you build and you build. One day you will say to yourself, I can do anything. When you believe you can do anything, you will never have stress. You'll never have pressure. You just believe you can do it. And when you enjoy it, you just go do it. So that's kind of my goal, and that's what I really hope from speaking with you and traveling around the world. I don't get any money when I do this. I don't ask for any airfare. I don't ask for anything. just a chance to let you know, look, you have a choice in life. Nobody tells you that. Everybody says work hard, stress and pressure, and life doesn't have to be that way.
Okay, that thank you for telling the just good steps for me that how to believe in myself. So thank you so much. And so our last question will be that what advice would you give to our viewers so that they will be successful in their life?
Yeah, so I'll just repeat what I just said because to me it's really simple. It's three things you want to think about all the time. Do
Hmm.
your best, enjoy what you do, believe in yourself. Learn these three things, apply them to your life. You will be very successful. You'll never have stress, you'll never have pressure, and your life will be fun. And the more fun you have, people don't understand. They think if you're having fun, you're not really trying. But you can just do your best, challenge yourself, do your best, and have fun doing it. You'll be amazed at how well you do.
Okay, that's great. You have met Rehan Wala, the founder of our Rehan school.
Yes.
How many times?
I don't know. I don't. Many, many times. I've seen him many times. I stayed at his house twice. So I stayed at his house and for 3 or 4 days, and I know his family well. And last time I was there, his son went everywhere with me. So I feel a very special connection to them.
Okay, that's great. So I think so our interview time is over now, so we will end here. And I hope you like it. I enjoy in this interview very good. I like this interview, and I hope you like the experience was very great in this interview. So thank you so much for giving a special time for this interview, and also and you also like this interview. So thank you for watching this and giving me a great answers for this interview. So thank you.
You're very welcome. My pleasure. It really has been a pleasure speaking with you. So I'm just going to give you a little heart here, if
Thank you
you
so
can see.
much. Thank
And you're
you.
very welcome. We will share, okay?
Okay.
So bye bye.
Bye bye. Thank you for watching